Hill figure. Star Report, Saturday evening. I am your host, Star. Folks, this is a special edition, okay? Rizza Islam has been found innocent. 5 days ago, Los Angeles Superior Court dismissed the case. Not even 5 minutes into the trial that was supposed to start after 7 or 8 years of dragging this man, the prosecution said we are not prepared to move forward. So they finally had to dismiss the case. Rizza Islam, that's how you say his name, Rizza, okay, he's innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. This man has been dragged for over a decade. He's been dealing with this. Condolences to his mother. She passed away. She was part of this case. And Rizza Islam, salute to him. He stood tall, he stood firm and erect, and he was offered 6 plea deals throughout the entire, investigation. And he said, no, let's go to trial. You can go to his IG page. You can see he's made a few videos about this. I'm surprised not too many people are talking and doing lives. So here I am on a Saturday night, and we're going to, try to, shed light on this. All of us have dogged this young man. Yes, we have, including myself, okay? And let me just say that other people who, with respect to this particular, hold on a second, type of case, they hit him with a fraud case, in case you don't know, Medi-Cal, and we'll talk about Medi-Cal shortly. I just want to put this out there early that the case was dismissed, okay? And his lawyer, again, you can go to his IG page, Rizza Islam X, his young lawyer who's been working with him for a little over a year. He's gone live, and salute to him because his lawyer does not seem like one of these, young clout-chasing people who's just looking to get a name for himself. He really took an invested interest in this man's innocence, okay? Good evening, how you guys doing? Okay, it's Saturday night. I wanted to have a little wine and just, talk crazy, but we've got to focus here, okay? Also, my showrunner, are people trying to destroy Atlanta, GA, okay? In case you don't know, centuries ago, Atlanta was destroyed, okay? And it was during the Civil War period, okay, so that the Union could be saved. What is it about Atlanta still that is important, if anything? Or maybe nothing, but here in Atlanta, I live in Woodstock to be precise, okay? In case you didn't catch this, pardon me, not 5. According to ALT Scoop, that's on Instagram, 7 APD motorcycles were set on fire inside a parking deck near the Atlanta Police Training Academy. Who does that? There are certain crimes that fit certain groups and or cultures. Let me just read something here again in case you didn't pay attention. A couple of days ago, 7 APD motorcycles were set on fire inside a parking deck near the Atlanta Police Training Academy. Now, there's a lot going on down here for those who do pay attention to the news. And, there are outside forces, if you ask me, that have been down here doing too much over the last, I would say 2, maybe 3 years, setting cars on fire, trying to destroy buildings. Now, they've got the mask over their face, covering their true identities, okay? But what is going on in Atlanta? Listen, this is a hub right now for Black industry, whether it be entertainment, sports, and other things. So it's popping, it's thriving. I'm leaving. I've been here since 2019. I've been coming here since the late 80s when I was working at the record labels. I know this town. I have always appreciated the common thread of decency. But it's different now, I'm not going to dump on it. It's just time for me to go, heading back up to Jersey. But that's my question. Are people trying to destroy Atlanta? Or am I reaching? Star, it's just, sign of the times. This might be, or some would say this is the new Black Wall Street. and we know that was destroyed. Okay, all right. Good evening. How you guys doing? Somebody sent in a donation early. Pardon me if I missed that. James, I got your donation. Star, is it safe to trust a Puerto Rican bus driver from Allentown, PA? Named, is it Jesus? You trying to say Jesus? Okay, we are going to get some jokes in tonight. It's Saturday. Thank you for your donation. Also, DJ Tiger, are you ready, sir? Where's DJ Tiger from Full Blast Radio? Folks, I am going to double down this evening. Give me a second. Let me take a sip of my Josh wine. I am going to double down with regards to the Billboard Top 50 Best Rap Group list, okay? And some of you, you've been commenting, but you did not look at my last two videos. Pinned at the top of the comments is the list. So you're in the comments section asking about people who are on the list. Salute to you, those of you who can't read or who are dyslexic. I don't mean any disrespect. Cheers. Ooh, that's nice. All right, DJ Tiger, are you ready, sir? Phone lines are open right now. I'm going to double down and say this. Tribe Called Quest. I say again, a Tribe Called Quest does not belong in the top 5 best rap groups of all time. I would say somewhere around maybe number 12, 11 or 12. And I had to do a little more research today just to go back to make sure I wasn't just, shooting from the hip. Native Tongues. Anybody in that live chat ever heard of Native Tongues? That was a collective. You heard me speak about the Jungle Brothers. Of course, De La Soul. De La Soul came out 2 years prior to A Tribe Called Quest. They were a collective. De La Soul, the Jungle Brothers, Moni Love, Queen Latifah, and A Tribe Called Quest. Here's my question for those of you who, you didn't like my comments about A Tribe Called Quest. What did they pioneer? What did A Tribe Called Quest pioneer? De La Soul set it off with 3 Feet High and Rising. De La Soul was such pioneers, they had to come back with their second album, De La Soul is Dead, because, we were doing too much. We all got, we were into the Daisy Age, right? De La Soul came back years later. I'm just going to fast forward with 1996. Stakes is High. What did A Tribe Called Quest pioneer? Don't just say because you liked them or because you were in middle school and you liked Left My Wallet, Nel Segundo, or Bonita Applebum, You Gotta Put Me On. And that's no disrespect. That's not a shot towards Q-Tip. He and I are cool. We spoke a couple of years ago. R.I.P. R.I.P. To Phife Dawg. But what did they pioneer? I don't think they belong in the top 5, okay? Anyway, phone lines are open. It's Saturday night. Hold on a second. Area code 901. Rizza Islam, case dismissed. A Star Report exclusive. Are you there? 901.
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir.
What's up? Hey, man, it's T-Bone Ups, man. How you doing?
Hey, what's cracking, man?
Hey, look, man. I'm like I said, like I typed. I'm glad he got that bull jive. You know what they do when you telling people stuff that they don't want you to know? They put that charge on you, man.
That's a fact.
So,
yeah.
We down here in Memphis. We watching what's going on. We seeing what's going on, man. We try to support as best we can. Mm-hmm. But I mean, what can you do when they got all the power? They running everything. Mm-hmm. Then we won't even.
Memphis is lit right now. Yes, Memphis is, or Memphis has been lit for a couple of years. But I mean, ever since Glorilla, started, stomping across the U.S. and salute to her, young woman doing the damn thing. Memphis is lit. Yes.
Yes, they are. And they cutting up with the crime too, man. But you got to be careful out here, man. That's anywhere really, but really right now out here because. A lot of the companies are moving away from here because of the crime, and so the jobs are dwindling.
Okay, I mean, I hear you, but crime being on the rise does not necessarily mean that it's not popping for certain communities. It's popping in Atlanta. It's popping here. I mean, shootings are up, home invasions. Yes, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I understand. I understand exactly what you mean. You're 100% correct. I'm not disagreeing with you at all on that.
Mm-hmm. The propaganda would lead you to believe that, Memphis is a bad place. Now, hang on a second. Correct me if I'm wrong. Memphis, Tennessee, Al Green, Justin Timberlake. Yes, no? Aren't they from Memphis?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying there aren't any opportunities. I'm just saying, like what I mean by this star is, everybody can't be a superstar. Right. You got a lot of salty earth people down here. They just want to provide for their families and things of that nature. So when you're taking the opportunities that they have, the only means that they can provide for their families without getting out there and doing stuff you don't want them doing, it kind of gives them limited options. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Some people for some reason or another, they won't take that opportunity to go out on their own, like what a star does or what a Justin Timberlake does or something. And they have talent,
Yeah. Well, listen, Rizza Islam, not that you have to know his history, but a young man jammed up for a decade with this particular case, Los Angeles Superior Court. And it strikes me as odd. Within less than 5 minutes of the starting of the trial, the prosecution says we're not prepared to move forward. Case dismissed.
Yeah,
come on,
right.
Come on.
Well, because when they don't have that, they were hoping he would slip up in these 7 years. He doesn't really do anything that's detrimental.
Right.
They've been hoping for that.
Yeah.
I've been following him for a while. I was introduced to him through the Corey Holcomb 5150 show.
Salute to Corey.
And then from there.
Corey. And salute to Darlene.
Also,
I fuck with Corey heavy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Darlene, Corey. Yeah. Also, Zoe What Morning Show.
That's
I
a
also
fact.
introduced him through the Zoe What Morning Show as well.
Yes, sir.
So I've been following for a few years, and I heard about this, and I heard that he was in Scientology. Mm-hmm. I'm neither Nation of Islam or with Scientology. I could give two pisses of a shit about what either of them does. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to him.
Yeah.
It's just there are some things that I kind of looking at Nation of Islam and listening to some of the teachings that he has. Rizza has. He kind of has a point on some of these things, especially the health part of it.
If I could just bring it back to him as an individual, because I don't want to make it about the Nation of Islam or Scientology, because I learned about Scientology back in the 80s. L. Ron Hubbard and
absolutely
that was his movement.
Absolutely, man.
This black man has been dragged for a decade. And it just strikes me as so goddamn odd that they just dropped this case within 5 minutes of the day that the trial is supposed to start. I mean, again, condolences to his mother. Did you know that his sisters they pleaded no contest years ago? His sisters.
Yes, I heard about all of it, man. And when they want to stop you from doing something, they can take the trial all the way up to the day of the trial and then say we're not prepared to move forward.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, because they're expecting you to take that plea deal,
Right. Yeah.
And most people won't stand on what they believe in. They feel like this might be a better deal. I don't want to go to jail forever, so this might be a better deal. Yeah. I might just take this.
Yeah. Niggas like Star.
On it, man. Sometimes you got to stand on
it. Niggas like Star signing shit. Get me out of here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, sometimes you gotta stand on it, man.
Get me the fuck out of here. Ain't going down with these niggas. Hey, man, I appreciate your call. Salute to y'all down in Memphis, man. And I thank you for calling in.
Salute to you, sir. You're moving, and thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah. Salute to Rizza Islam. I'm calling black folk. Nobody's calling me back. DJ Tiger, what number are you calling from? Where are you? A Tribe Called Quest does not belong in the top 5 Billboard list. What did they pioneer? Guys on the screen, one of my sponsors, pushingforward.nyc. That's a realtor. One of the best in the Brooklyn and New York tri-state area code. Here we go. DJ Tiger, good to hear from you, man. What's cracking?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Star?
I'm good, man. Full Blast
My
Radio.
T-Mobile went through.
Yeah. FullBlastRadio.com, man. Hey, you and I were working together, and we're still working together. I don't always advertise everything. We were doing a show here in Atlanta on a terrestrial station, and I may syndicate through them later, but that's not really, I'm here nor there. You're a great DJ,
right.
Knowledgeable. Your YouTube channel, Full Blast Radio. You are a historian. I have so much respect for your knowledge, your wellspring of information. Did you see, and I'm going to go back. Did you see the Billboard Top 50 Best Rap Groups list?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Now, I just want to give you a little history with me.
Come on.
Growing up.
Come on.
When I first started DJing, I'm biased to the New York scene because
I know
all the records I was buying were from New York.
I know.
So me seeing Outkast as number one, I was like, I don't know about that one. But I'm so inclined to go with, the New York acts. Mm-hmm. Just from the familiarity.
Right. Right. However, this is a Billboard list, our own personal feelings with respect to Billboard and the ranking, positioning, airplay, retail sales. See, Billboard is not just airplay, it's also retail sales. I was a Billboard reporting caller for WIA for like 2.5 years, amongst other things. So I know the significance, the importance. So do you. Can we focus on the top 5 for a second? If you don't agree with me, that's fine, because you do stand firm on certain things. I don't think A Tribe Called Quest belongs in the top 5. Am I crazy? Am I wrong? Top five best rap groups, Billboard, please.
Well, just going over like Run DMC, for instance, how they made their mark in the game. They came out in '84, the first, rap group to be on MTV, the Adidas. I mean, they really pioneered, a lot when they came out. Mm-hmm. And to me, the era they came out in was 6 years before Tribe came out. Mm-hmm. So I get why, you would not want Tribe to be there, ahead of Run DMC. I get that. But Tribe Called Quest to me is one of the greatest.
Okay.
They also pioneered a movement, Busta Rhymes, the Scenario, they, kind of launched, his career. And then from there, the eclectic stuff they were doing. And then, he had P-Rock and CL Smooth come out right after them. So to me, they sparked a movement as well. But I guess, with the pioneers, Run DMC were the first. So I get why you wouldn't want to put them past them. I really don't have an issue with that. Okay. A lot of the lists I don't like doing because, it could be subjective to a lot of people's different feelings.
I know. Can I respond to what you just said? Can I respond to what you just said?
Yes.
I'm saying A Tribe Called Quest doesn't even belong in the top 5. Yes, Run DMC should be ahead of Tribe Called Quest. I'm saying De La Soul should be ahead of A Tribe Called Quest. If we're talking native tongues, which clearly Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, A Tribe Called Quest. De La Soul came out 2 years before Tribe Called Quest, from Long Island. Moni Love and Queen Latifah. What did A Tribe Called Quest pioneer. I don't know of anything. And you mentioned leaders of the New School. Leaders of the New School were inspired by De La Soul and others. You know, and let's keep it real. Leaders of the New School never popped off. They're a well-known group from Long Island during the Daisy Age, so to speak, but they never popped off. I'm not going to say they were trash, but come on.
Well, this is what I'll say about De La. To me, they had a better consistency run than Tribe. You know, Tribe, you know, they had to break up. The Love Moment album was mediocre. You know, they were going through their breakup. It showed in the music. And to me, you know, De La got, you know, to me, better over time, you know, consistent with their albums. There was never any personal issues that we know of, you know, because it wasn't put out there. The only issue they had was with Tommy Boy Records jerking them. But like I said,
I have to jump in. I
don't see any issue.
I have to jump in. De La Soul were such pioneers that at that particular point in time, when 3 Feet High and Rising came out, sampling, you know, taking samples and not getting samples cleared. You can't just blame Tommy Boy for that. They took the chance. Monica Lynch, Tom Silverman, Dante Ross. They took the chance. They put that out there, and then De La Soul started getting sued. Tommy Boy got sued. So I can't co-sign that whole Tommy Boy jerking them thing. And if we're going to get technical, Jerobi, did he leave A Tribe Called Quest, or was he kicked out? Folks don't even know who Jerobi was.
Right. Well, I don't think he left. He was just like the unsung member. But
I've heard Q-Tip was jealous of him.
Right,
Jerobi had a hell of a flow. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but I just don't know what they pioneered. And that's not hate. I'm being objective. What did A Tribe Called Quest pioneer to put them in front of Public Enemy, in front of De La Soul? I mean, if you're talking bubblegum cute shit, you know, left my wallet, no segundo, Bonita Applebum. You know, I mean, I'll let you.
Bonita was dope, though.
What's that?
Bonita Applebum was dope, though.
Come on. You have the floor.
It was. I mean, like I said, I have my bias. To me, they're one of the greatest.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't see, you know, an issue with putting Run DMC, you know, above them, just because to me, you know, Run DMC they were pioneers in their own right in a different time period. Okay. What I do have a problem though with this list is the Migos at 11 before Mobb Deep and Gangstar. Yeah. That's a whole another issue with I got. So.
Can I jump out the window, DJ Tiger? Can I jump out the window? I think Live Squad should be in front of the Migos. Huh? In other words, I'm heartless, dude.
3 6 Mafia.
The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys should be in front of the fucking Migos. Anyway, listen, man, I don't want to hold you up, but I just wanted your opinion to tell me if I'm crazy. So you're standing firm. You don't have a problem with Tribe Called Quest being in the top 5. Yes? Have a problem?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
FullBlastRadio.com. That's your platform. Tell us what you do. I know what you do. We've done radio together here in Atlanta, and we will again. FullBlastRadio.com. What do you do, sir, for those who don't know?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so, you know, live shows, go live mostly every day, YouTube and Twitch, Full Blast Radio. You can find me there. Mm-hmm. You know, we do interviews. We have a sports show. We actually had Left Handed on a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Left Handed. We had him on a sports show.
Salute to Left Handed, yeah.
Yeah, salute to Left Handed. And, yeah, man, just doing the music. I have a lot of my Spotify, DJ AY Tiger on Spotify.
Okay.
With production I have on there as well, and on my Bandcamp as well.
Okay. Do you specialize or do you cater towards boom bap in any way? Devious J is one of my sponsors.
Yes, I do.
Devious J is one of the most knowledgeable people with regards to boom bap and New York hip hop. Have you ever heard of him, Devious J on YouTube? Let me put his information on the screen. If not, man, I'm going to connect to you guys. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Definitely. Yeah, I will check him out. I know you do promote him as well. I do see his name on there when you talk about him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely want to check him out. We do a Boom Bap show every Thursday. So I'll definitely check him out.
Nice. Hey, man, good to talk to you, and we'll catch up soon. DJ Tiger, thank you, man.
You too, Star.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the support.
Salute.
All right, salute.
DJ Tiger, fullblastradio.com. Okay, we got the phones popping now. Okay, we're going to talk about Rizza Islam. Case dismissed. Rizza, do you want to call in, sir? Peace, where's left-handed? Where's left-handed? What is your number? Hold on a second, folks. I'm almost 60, 347. Where are you? Peace, call in. Call in. Good evening, area code 323. Rizza Islam, case dismissed. Are you up to speed? 323.
Yes, I am.
Yes, sir. How are you?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Where do you want to start, sir?
Yeah, hey, that's great about Rizza Islam, though. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really aware about all of his court problems. I wanted to talk more about the Billboard list, if you don't mind.
I'll go back. It's Saturday night. I'll go back, but let's not drag it out. Did you see the list? Did you see the list?
I did see the list. I saw it multiple times. Okay. My question is this: where was Junior Mafia at? You know what I'm saying? How come they weren't on there? Also, West Side Connect. They weren't on there. And there was nobody from the Dog Pound. What was up with that?
Okay. Can I respond?
I mean, these guys had hits though. These guys had some hits.
Can I respond?
I mean, there was. Go ahead, sir.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Miami. I used to live in Los Angeles. That's why I had a phone number.
Okay. West Side Connection should be on that list. In case you don't know, I rode with the West when they were beefing with Bad Boy.
I remember you said that. Yeah,
and I think for historical purposes, West Side Connection, man. I mean, just their dominance at that particular point in time, and salute to Dub C, Coolio, DJ Crazy Tunes, and I know I'm forgetting somebody else. Anyway, they belong on that list. However. Junior Mafia doesn't belong on that list, sir. I'm sorry. Top 50? No.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Junior Mafia doesn't belong on that list?
No.
Get Money?
No.
That is still an anthem, man.
Sir,
man.
When Biggie, when his life came to an end, what happened to Junior Mafia? Keep it real.
You're right. But they still had hits.
Without Biggie, would they have ever popped off?
You're right. But they still have hits, though. Okay. He lived. Okay. That was his group.
Okay.
They were all legends. They should be on that list. There are artists that are on that list.
Sir, did you say they were all legends? Are you smoking Sherm stick?
Hey, you cannot talk about that period of hip hop without mentioning Junior Mafia.
Oh, God Almighty! Okay, you have the floor, sir. Go ahead. Whew.
Hey, you cannot mention that period in hip hop without mentioning Death Row, without mentioning West Side Connect, and without mentioning Junior Mafia, and they should have definitely been on that list to represent.
Okay. Anything else, sir, you want to say?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the call.
Hey, thank you very much. I love your show, and have a good one.
Thank you. Okay. Nah, kids, I've spent decades in them Brooklyn streets. Junior Mafia don't belong on that list, man. Fuck out of here. And that's not hate. That's just being objective. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Hang on a second. Who sent in a super chat? Spirits. Smooth Tunes, where are you? Call in, man. I responded to your email. You and I are good money. Call in. Spirits, smooth tunes. How's the show going? Good to hear from you, man. Saturday night. Let's get this thing cracking on some trolling. Hey, Jose. Devious J, do you want to call in, sir? You know, I got, always got time for you. Devious J, just call me, man. Text me, email if you want to call in. Salute to Devious J. Checking in. Okay. Blade says, Star's Israeli phone system always giving problems. Blade, what are you going to do when I go to Auschwitz? Oh, that's my next road trip. Soon as this thing finishes up in the Ukraine. Blade also says via Cash App, your business partners. Okay, I read that one. Pardon me. Okay, Devious J, I got you, sir. Salute. Let me go back to the phone lines. Area code 212, Saturday evening. Are you there? 212. Yes, no, maybe. In 5, 4. Yes, sir. Good evening.
What I'm saying, I don't think you're giving enough prop to BDP, Boogie Down Production. How you feel about that?
Okay, can I ask you to make some adjustments? It sounds like you're underwater or something. I wanna hear you. You mentioned Boogie Down Productions.
Oh man,
they are
Boogie Down Productions.
They're on the list. They're on the list, sir. Did you see the list?
No. But it's too low. They should be in the top 10.
Okay.
They brought you edutainment.
Right,
they brought reggae. They brought the streets. Mm-hmm. They brought philosophy. They brought everything that you might want to ever hear in their music.
They also brought you a track called 13 and Good, sir. Let's keep it real. Right? What the fuck are we talking about?
Come on now. KRS-One is a great teacher, philosopher. Yeah. When it comes to rhyming, getting his point across.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't think he should be in the top 10? Come on.
As far as Boogie Down Productions, no.
Yes.
No.
You don't got him in 10?
I wouldn't put Boogie Down Productions in the top 15. Maybe somewhere around 19. Boogie Down Productions. Ooh. Yeah. KRS-One.
Okay.
KRS-One,
okay.
Top 15 greatest MCs. Top 10, KRS-One. Pardon me. Top 10, KRS-One.
Okay.
But Boogie Down Productions,
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Love your show.
Thank you, man. Well, hang on a second. Stay with me, sir. Where are you calling from? What is your age? You're making reference to Boogie Down Productions. Might you be from the New York tri-state, somewhere in close to 50?
Absolutely. You know I'm at that 51.
51. Okay.
Yeah.
When you heard 13 and Good, what did you say? Yo, that's wow, whoa. What'd you say?
Say that one more time.
When you heard the track by Boogie Down Productions, 13 and Good, what did you say?
Awesome. Magnificent.
Whoa.
Out of this world.
Whoa. Thank you for calling, sir. Thank you. Yeah. I can't co-sign that track. Shit, no. On the phone, screen, folks. Skylar Saunders. Skylar, are you out there? Do you want to call in? Tonight's the night. We're putting respect on Rizza Islam's name, but we're also going to have some fun. Drew, who? I see you, sir. He says Fat Boys were movie stars and made the beatbox. Yeah, but they don't belong in the top 50. I'm sorry. They were a novelty act, you know? Nah, man. Blade. Snitch niggas like Star make others cop plea deals. That's a fact. And you see, this is the reason why we have to really put respect on Rizza Islam's name because he was ready to take it to trial. Again, folks, if you're just now tuning in, they offered him 6 plea deals. The case has been dragged out for over 7 years. Los Angeles Superior Court, 5 days ago, not even 5 minutes into the trial, the prosecution said to the judge, the state is not prepared to move forward. Rizza Islam's lawyer, what is his lawyer's name, guys? Hold on. He's been working with Rizza for a year. The motion was granted. Salute to that young man. Everybody hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What is that young man's name? Is it Jeremy something? Let me put this in the live chat in case you guys are not up to speed. Salute to that young man, huh? Okay, there's the link in the live chat to Rizza Islam's IG page. Okay. His lawyer is out of Florida. Let me put this young man's information in the live chat. Well, why is Star the only one going live and telling you guys about this? Come on. Salute to that young man, huh? Is he by himself in terms of being a lawyer? Is he? It doesn't look like he's with the big firm, huh? Just a smart young man. He's awarded. Hold on a second. Joseph, I got your donation. Salute for the real shit, my nigga. Thank you, man. Yeah. Fuck the algorithm tonight. Let's go, folks. Come on, turn up. Turn up for Rizza Islam. Sir Shy. Rory and the Bussy Boys should be on. Okay, easy. Rory, are you out there? Rory's my guy. Rory might be busy on a Saturday night, but thank you for your donation. Hey, Michelle, I got your donation. She says great topics. Thank you, Michelle. It's Saturday night, you know. I wasn't going to do a show tonight. You know, on Saturdays decompress. You know, I sleep most of the day. I run errands in the mornings like most people. But I had to do this show tonight about Rizza Islam. Case dismissed. Oh, and he said, and his lawyers said, his new name is Rizza. Case dismissed Islam. Hey, Christy, thank you for your donation. Chris, this is for a Saturday night show. Thank you, Christy. Thank you. Christy, are you up to speed? I'm sure you are. One of my topics, hold on a second. Let me put this back on the screen. Christy is in the Atlanta metro area. She's called in. Very knowledgeable woman. Christy, I'm asking, are people trying to destroy Atlanta? I caught something earlier on ATL Scoop on Instagram, all right? 7 APD motorcycles were set on fire inside a parking deck near the Atlanta Police Training Academy on Southside Industrial Parkway. 2:20 a.m. in the morning. That was last night. Let me jump out the window and say, that's white people doing too much. That's white people from other states who have come to Atlanta on that, you know, I don't want to say which group. Anybody want to take a guess which group more than likely that is? Down here doing that old extra shit? Starts with the A. Thank you, Christy, for your donation. Area code 276, good evening. Rizza Islam. Case dismissed.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Star.
Hey, who's this?
Michelle Anderson.
Hi,
Can you hear me okay?
I can. How are you? Where do you want to start, dear? Saturday night. Where do you want to start?
Well, Well, I'll start with Atlanta, coming to a city near you, because I think that there's going to be a coordinated effort to manage, I'll say, all of these cities. And I agree that, stuff like that type of vandalism and just, this kind of nefarious activity to destroy vehicles and motorcycles, that is definitely, I would say, coordinated, but also, I guess, kind of atypical. Look, with...
Let me say it, Antifa, allegedly. Antifa, allegedly.
Yes,
go ahead.
I agree. And, what with the coming of Cop City, with sort of this push, I think we're going to see a lot of our big cities, traditionally, what we'll say, quote unquote, black cities, be turned into DC 2.0.
Right.
And we're just pushing, or they're pushing towards that because that's what they have to do. That's kind of the system that we are in right now. To push this a different economic system, but also to push, our melanated people out. And you may have the businesses, the Tyler Perrys that can afford to maintain these large mammoth businesses. Yeah, they'll just feed off of that and let you have your little thing. But really, this is an effort to push our people out.
If I can jump in for a second, I think it's going to be almost impossible to push people out. This is 2023. Black people are here to stay. However, in my opinion, I think that outside forces want to cause confusion and division. Again, these motorcycles, 7 motorcycles being burnt, at the police station here. That's an effort, as you and I have just said, to get people feeling uncomfortable, to cause fear, to get the police on high alert, and I mean to just cause chaos, in my opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I agree, but sort of the first points of chaos. I'm foundationally from the Virginia area. I lived in the DMV area for several years. Okay. And these were sort of the things that were happening, and it's really just going to be a move to manage these cities differently and make sure that only a certain type of people or even class of people can live in these cities, and just push more towards the surrounding areas, which, Black people, we're used to surviving in all types of situations. I would always encourage anyone to make sure that they have a plan to live in the country anyway. That's where we're best suited. Take your money and go, or in the surrounding areas. But in terms of Rizza Islam, I'm glad that he beat the case. I think it's good to see any Black man beat a frivolous case. But the issue for me that I would take away for all of your listeners, especially Black men, is that, you should definitely take a page out of this book, because anytime that you work to build something, we encourage building. Right. And anytime you work to build something, these are the things that may be waiting for you on a higher percentage level. Right.
Yeah, I'm putting aside my feelings towards the Nation of Islam. Me too. Scientology, I dismissed that years ago, back when I did a little research on L. Ron Hubbard, because he put out that monumental book, Dianetics. I had to read that, and I'll put that aside as well.
You had to read it?
What's that?
You said you had to read it?
I had to at that particular point in time in my life, because I was really diving deep into Objectivism by Ayn Rand, and I had to see what L. Ron Hubbard was putting out there. And but anyway, yeah, you're right. Rizza Islam, they dragged him for a decade with this particular case, and I have to say, salute. They didn't break him. He didn't waver. He stood firm. And I think that the media, the Black media in particular, needs to say, hey, this case was dropped, and this was more than just a witch hunt. Go ahead.
And it's a victory. It's a victory for Black enterprise. It's a victory for, how you move and navigate in an unfair system in many cases.
Right.
And it is very important. That's why I'm glad that you're doing this topic, because it's very, very important.
Thank you.
That you kind of see those wins and that you understand that there can be an infrastructure for winning in
right.
In these small battles, for
right.
sure.
Right. Thank you for your call.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great night. Thank you. Okay. We're making some progress here. It's Saturday night, folks. I'm sipping a little Josh wine, Don't you stop trolling now, It's, what we do on a Saturday. The trolling must continue, but, Peace. Left-handed. Are you there? What's cracking? We're shaking.
Peace. What's shaking, man? What's the deal with you?
I'm hyped. I'm charged. We're talking about Rizza Islam, or we can go back to Billboard's top 50 best rap group list. Where do you want to go, man? Or Atlanta? Where do you want to go?
Listen, man. On the Rizza Islam joint, man. That's just a perfect example of you standing on your square, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't do nothing, you ain't do nothing. And you got to go through trials and tribulations. They're going to test your wherewithal, you know what I mean, to see if you can hold it down. And if you believe in what you believe in, you're going to hold it down. And when it comes to, pay the piper, you know what I mean, the onus is on the state for them to do what they need to do. And they're just going to say, you know what, at this time, we don't have nothing going forward, so it's whatever. You know what I mean? So, he remained steadfast, and I salute him. Because that's what you do. When you ain't do nothing, when you on the side of right, I mean, that's what it is, man. But talk about the like you said, the Billboard joint. It's Billboard, right? But I was saying the last time we spoke, Tribe Called Quest is high, a little high. And when you talk about De La Soul, that's one of my favorite groups, man. 3 favorite groups is De La, Brand Nubian.
The stakes is high,
Brothers.
Huh? 1996, stakes is high.
No, I know the stakes is high. Come on, man. You know what I mean? I got a stakes is high hoodie. Yeah, I know stakes is high. I know TP High is rising. Right. Balloon Mind State.
Right.
You know what I mean? Artificial intelligence.
Right.
You know what I mean? De La Soul is dead. And again, man, I'm a De La head. And I tell people all the time, I used to say this all the time when I used to first come on this piece.
Okay.
Like, De La is one of the greatest groups ever. They would laugh me down. They would laugh at me. I was like, okay. And Pasanus is one of my favorite MCs ever, period.
Facts.
You don't
Facts.
see nobody calls Pas name.
Facts. Now, let me jump in because I want to, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Prove to me I'm wrong. I don't think A Tribe Called Quest belongs in the top 5 on Billboard. Am I wrong?
Nah, you're not wrong. And I'm questioning that myself. What did they do to garner that spot? You know what I mean? Because if you really want to argue positions, man, there's no way that Tribe, no disrespect to Tip, rest in peace, Fife, you know what I mean? Jerobi, like you mentioned earlier, Ali, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So no disrespect, and Consequence too, more or less, you know what I mean? Respect. But again, man, I feel like, Jungle Brothers, Tip, came in on the promo with the Jungle Brothers, right? So when you talk about native tongues, you're talking about Black Sheep. Black Sheep is native tongue. You know what I mean? So again, a lot of, Tribe Called Quest was, doing their thing. They were influential on the jazz tip. They did their thing. Respect, no doubt. We're not taking nothing away from them.
But what did they pioneer?
No, I mean, salute to Gay Star too. Rest in peace, my man. But hang, what it is. You got to figure.
What
go ahead.
did A Tribe Called Quest pioneer? Top 5.
I don't know.
Best rap group is for pioneers. What did they pioneer? That's my question.
True that. Yeah. True that. Absolutely. I have no idea. And again, like when you talk about pioneers, where's Kaz? You know what I mean? So I don't know.
No, I can't do that because Kaz is a legendary icon, but It's not like he had not golden platinum plaques, and I don't
see that. Okay, that's what the criteria.
If we're going to talk about Grandmaster Cash, then we have to talk about the Crash Crew. So let's not go back that far.
Right, we got to talk about the Crash Crew. We got to talk about Treacherous 3.
Let's not go back that far.
Treacherous 3. You got to talk about Spoonie G. You know what I mean? I mean, we can go back.
I don't want to go back that far, but
all good.
Hey, man, what's going on with your platinum and your platform? And did you discuss? I'm sure you did, the ESPN layoffs. I got time tonight. The layoffs.
Yeah, man. They getting at everybody, but again, that was coming. That shouldn't have been really too much of a surprise. People getting laid off. I'm hearing that Jayla Rose might end up with Skip Bayless. And again, you got to land somewhere. They're gonna get their situations together. But ESPN did what they had to do.
I hope not.
The Knicks got rid of one of their youngsters, man, that they drafted, Obi Toppin.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in that a little bit. They traded him to the Indiana Pacers for some draft picks.
But now, hang on a second. I want to stay on ESPN. I don't want to go into basketball.
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
No. Let's stay on ESPN. The firings. Was it time for Keyshawn Johnson to go? Was it time for Max Kellerman to go? And what now at ESPN? Are they opening up a podcast division? I don't believe they're just making way for Shannon Sharp. They're not going to give Shannon Sharp, $50 million. That's not what they're doing now. It's not. They're not doing that with these high-profile people. They got rid of Tucker Carlson. I mean, he cost them a lot of money in a lawsuit. But just the days are gone of giving somebody $50 million. Those days are gone. Am I wrong?
Right. Oh, you're not wrong. They're not going to, cut all of those losses, those 20-plus people and other people behind the scenes just to take on a $50 million debt. They're not going to do that.
No.
That defeats the purpose. But again, it was time for some of them to go. Like we talked about, man, it was oversaturation.
Okay.
They was doing too much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So again, spread the wealth a little bit. And again, those guys are not worth no 10, 15, $20 million.
No.
I don't give a damn how many years you played the game. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely
again, some of these guys might go to, local situations or whatever. And some of these people go find out how big of a name they really was not.
Okay.
That's the point.
Okay.
A lot of these people I'm on ESPN, I'm safe. Nah, man, it don't work that way.
Yeah.
And now you got to find your way, and hopefully that you became big enough of a name while you was on ESPN. You know what I mean? Because I've seen Perk. He was, over there on.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him.
Okay. All right. So,
hey, man.
Yeah, man. So that's it, basically. I just want to tap in.
Salute. Good to talk to you.
All right, salute.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Left-handed. Big Aki on the check-in via PayPal. Guys, at the top of the live chat is the PayPal information in case you don't have Cash App and you want to support the machine. I does this, okay? Big Aki says, LMAO, niggas said Junior Mafia besides Biggie and Lil C's. Who else was even in that group? A bunch of baggy jean Heineken sippers. Now, they were good guys, but they didn't last the test of time. That's not a shot. That's just reality. Thank you for your donation, Big Aki. I got to Google something here, folks, because I don't mind going back with regards to that hip-hop list. Hold on. Das Effects made more impact than Junior Mafia. Anybody remember the UMCs? The UMCs out of Staten Island. They were on Wild Pitch, EMI. I just had to mention that. John Flowers got your donation. John, do you want to call in, sir? He says Blue Cheese by the UMCs was my ish. Yeah, you see, there's a lot of groups that I can remember because I promoted a lot of this stuff working at WEA, Warner Electra Atlantic. I was the guy who used to send these singles out, these maxi singles, the cassettes, the albums, and then I would call the Billboard reporting stores. I would call the one stops. I would call. Oh my God, I used to make over 250 phone calls per week and then sit there with a goddamn typewriter and white out, then do breakdowns, percentages, make 20 copies of my reports, and then take the reports to the goddamn... I used to literally carry the reports over to 75 Rockefeller Plaza. Big Elvis, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Thank you for tapping in. And thank you, Big Aki, for your donation. Let's do some more phone calls here tonight. Area code 919. Good evening. Rizza Islam. Case dismissed. Are you up to speed? 919. Yes, no, maybe. 919. You're in the queue. Are you there? Are you ready? If not, I got to keep it pushing. Okay. Let me try area code 848. Pardon me. Good evening, 848. Are you there? You ready? Talking about Rizza Islam. 848. Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, Mr. Terrain?
Good. How about yourself, sir?
Okay, so you said you want us to go in tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's touch on the homos first.
On the
The Black history of the homos.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I asked a question earlier. Is queer Black history important? Is queer Black history important? Go ahead.
Okay, so let's say this so I can tie it into Rizza Islam.
Okay.
You said you used to study the hadith, correct?
I did at one point in my life, yes.
Okay. What does the hadith say about the homos? You remember?
Well, sir, I am not Muslim. So whatever,
Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's been proven at what was that it's like the Bible for the psychiatrists, the MSL or MLS, that the people who do stuff like that is crazy. And okay, so I talk for a little while. The hadith says take them to the highest part in the land and drop them off. Okay, so I'll leave with that.
Well, no, stay with me. I'm not running from anything. Are you yourself Muslim? Do you offer salat? Why are you making reference to the hadith? Are you Muslim?
Yes, I'm Muslim. I'm not the best Muslim, but I am Muslim.
Okay. But you do offer salat? Yes?
Yeah, I do pray. I go to Juma, I pray. I might not make all my prayers, but I do pray.
Okay. So my question is more so based in, is queer Black history important here in America? I don't want to focus on Islam overseas, and I'm talking about here in America. And the reason why I'm asking this, if I can give you a little bit more context, there are literally, hang on, there are literally marches where they're saying, we're here, we're queer, get used to it. We want your kids. They say it. We want your kids, get used to it.
A lot of people say things that don't mean it's right.
I'm not saying, sir, I'm not saying it's right. I'm asking you, hang on, is the queer Black history important? They're promoting queer Black history. Would you agree?
No, that's not important at all.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's not something Black people should be worried about when it comes to history. We have a lot of more important history we should be studying or learning about besides some homos.
I agree.
I agree.
No,
not at all.
I agree.
Not at all.
I agree.
Okay. With Rizza Islam,
no. Hang on a sec. I want to finish up. I want to finish up. And you sound like an intelligent man. You don't have to use the older term of homo to be,
But you
hang on.
That's what I've been trying to call you.
Hang on, sir. Yeah, and I'm not saying you can't say it. I'm saying an intelligent person who is not homophobic, you don't have to say these words to be disrespectful. I mean, if you want to be disrespectful, that's fine. Fuck it. We can go there. But I'm saying when you do that, then they say, oh, you see, homophobic, you see? That's what I'm saying.
That's a made-up word, man. Like, homophobic means you scared of homos. I'm not scared of homos.
Okay, go ahead.
Like I said, I think it was the MSL book or MLS book. I'm trying to have a sense of humor too, at the same time. Mm-hmm. But in that book, where the psychiatrists, at one time held it like they considered it like their Bible. They said the people who had these problems were sick in the head, and then also why is this pushed so much? Why there's a lot of people out there that like girls with fat asses. That's not pushed like that. Why is that agenda pushed so much on society?
Yeah.
I don't think that's good for society. I don't think that's good for our culture. I don't think it's good for the world.
I'm listening.
And you know what?
I'm listening. Continue.
Rizza Islam, you know, I'm not in the nation, you know, but I do get the final call. I did read Rizza Islam's book, and you know, the man has some knowledge, you know, so I think the Yahudis was after him, and you know, didn't want to put, you know, look like he was a bad guy. So I think the Yahudis had a lot to do with that, you know, because if you read his book, some of the stuff he said, you know, he does have some knowledge. Mm-hmm. And then
I might read one of his books now. Now that he has beaten a 7 to 8 year investigation, a case, and they've offered him 6 plea deals, I might read one of his books now.
Right. So what happened if he would have took a plea? Did one of the pleas have anything to do with him going to jail and serving some time? Like you gonna plead to lock the man up and he's innocent? What type of mess is that?
Yeah, he rejected the pleas. He rejected 6 pleas.
Yeah, I'm glad he did. Mm-hmm. I'm glad he did. And like I said, I am not in the nation. I don't ride with them at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, I got some friends, but I don't ascribe to their teachings. Mm-hmm. You know, I do read a Final Call every now and then because the Final Call, they do have some good information in there, some good news. That's what I first learned about Bill Clinton, because, you know, I was a big Bill Clinton guy when I saw him on the City Hall playing the saxophone. I knew he was going to let them, I'm being funny, I knew he was going to let them bricks come in because his brother was out there hustling too. Okay. But then when I read about Bill Clinton and the Final Call and the 3-time loser laws that he was putting in, you know, that's when I really changed how I thought about that, man.
Okay. Anything else you want to touch on? So we're going back to the hip hop list as well. If you want to comment,
as I was saying with some of my boys, that's top nigga news right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the list. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the list. But I like Tribe Called Quest. You know, I would even say, you know, maybe De La Soul, maybe Busta Rhymes, and them wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Tribe Called Quest.
You're high on camel shit, sir. De La Soul came before Tribe Called Quest. But thank you.
Oh, okay. I made a mistake. I didn't know. I thought Tribe was the one that broke.
No, sir.
Just about broke everybody.
No, sir. De La Soul came first. But thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. You have a good day, Mr. Terrain.
Thank you, sir. Salute. Thank you.
All right. Salute.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you folks talk. I'm going to give you the final word. Yes, I am. Let me read something to you here. Hold on a second, because it's Saturday night. We're sipping. We're all doing what we need to do. Some of you are smoking. Hopefully, some of you are not sniffing. You know, if you are, cut that shit out. Nearly 7 years ago. Okay, so 7 years ago, several members of the Scientologist Islam's family, that's Rizza Islam's family, they were charged with felonies. California state investigators alleged that the Islams had been ripping off the Medi-Cal program with the use of a jackleg Scientology drug rehab center in Compton, California. According to the state, Hanan and her kids, that's Rizza Islam's now deceased mother, condolences, had found a way to use the rehab center that had started at the notorious World Literacy Crusade in order to file false claims, alleged false claims, that over several years amounted to about $4 million stolen from the state. Okay, this is all untrue, okay, because they dropped their case. They had over 7 years to prove this. So all this is bullshit. I'm just giving you some context here. They tried to break this young man, and whatever I have said sideways or slick about him, tonight I am standing as much as I can with this man's innocence, Okay, and I'm putting everything aside by way of the NOI and Scientology. And by the way, folks, in case you don't know, I have two good friends that are in the nation now. So, I can be objective with regards to this particular topic. Holy smokes. 919, sit tight. You're up next. Sit tight. Just want to read something else here. Okay, in 2021, Rizza Islam was named one of the 12 biggest sources of online disinformation about vaccines. Medical fraud charges. They tried to do him dirty, And some of this more than likely has to do with, and I'm guessing because I have not really took a deep dive into all of this, the allegations and the charges. Some of this more than likely has to do with the healing methods that black people use and have been using for centuries. And a lot of those healing methods have worked and continue to work. Anybody in that live chat have family from the South that have healed you? Where you didn't have to go to the hospital or the doctor and get a shot or take some type of medication. You weren't experimented on. There's many old remedies, even my father's family in the South back in the 70s that they used, things that did work. Yo, the live chat looks crazy. I don't have my contacts here, but who was talking about Jamie Foxx and pickleball? The fuck? Area code 919, good evening. The show's a little sloppy tonight.
How you doing, Star?
Hey, Mo Fax, how are you, sir? Good to hear from you again. Mo Fax.
I'm glad you put in respect on Rizza's name.
Rizza,
because
yes.
They tried to tear this man down.
Yes.
And for one reason and one reason only, he's focusing on black health.
Let's go.
Black health drives billions, hundreds of billions, and I would even say trillions of dollars if you factor in what they do with you after you die. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. And he's focusing on that. Another reason is he looks like he's going to be the heir apparent when Farrakhan transitions. And they wanted to get him in the crib.
No, I don't agree with that.
This is just my perspective.
Yeah.
What I mean, let me explain what I'm saying.
I hear you.
As far as the reach that he has, he embraced social media. He kind of took them on social media, and that's why he was part of, like you said, the 2021 Disinformation Dozen. Mm-hmm. And who's also on that list? Robert Kennedy Jr.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? When your name is on a list with a presidential candidate and a person of that level that's been pushing, the whole vaccine thing, he's a problem.
Right.
He's a very big problem, and that's why they came after him like that. But all this, everything that you're talking about tonight is connected. What's going on in Atlanta? In 2020, during the runoff, the Democratic Party told people to move to Atlanta to vote.
Right.
They have built infrastructure in Atlanta, Atlanta specifically, Georgia wider to flip Georgia blue. Mm-hmm. Stacey Abrams, you know what I'm saying, it was their star. And with that comes, you're saying you have a political push. You also have an underbelly of politics. We saw with the Rayshon Brooks. Remember how they burnt that Wendy's down in Atlanta?
Yes.
Right after he packed that, we riot, we loot, but we're not really burners like that. Mm-hmm. When you start seeing stuff catch on fire like that, and we saw the agent provocateurs coming in with the all black on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can say on your show, but this is Antifa. which is nothing but
I've already said that.
Democratic Party.
I've already said this looks like the work of Antifa. And did you catch when I spoke about the 7 police motorcycles burned recently here in Atlanta?
Yes. And also when they attack Cop City. See, Atlanta knows what's going on, and that's why they're building that Cop City. Mm-hmm. They understand they have an infestation. And that's why they're getting prepared for it. And there's a lot of contention over that Cop City in Atlanta.
Right.
And once again, when we factor in the gay black history, they're trying to make black history gay history. They already took woke.
Bingo.
They came in, they took woke to mean something totally different from what it was. And I've been harping on this for a while. The woke is the new hippies.
If I can jump in for a second, Mo Facts.
Right.
I didn't do a deep dive on that particular question because we got, sidetracked and we're talking about some other things. There's states such as Florida that don't even want you talking about critical race theory. Critical race it's just a theory. But yet and still, black queer history is being pushed, beaten over people's heads. California has a bill that they're trying to pass to make it almost child abuse if you don't affirm, a child's gender transition or whatever it is. I forget exactly, but so if black history is being shunned and denounced, why is queer black history being promoted and put in the forefront? Yeah,
because it's the Trojan horse.
Right.
They always wrap whatever they're trying to push in the 70s with feminism. Mm-hmm. So they wrapped it in black feminism. So when you criticize it, you're criticizing black people. That's how they try to portray it. Mm-hmm. But I was one of the people that was against critical race theory from the beginning because I understood that it was a Trojan horse. You see, now once we start talking about black, then we pivot to gay. And Neely Fuller Jr. has been on this for many a decades. That the goal is to go from black to gay. Mm-hmm. And notice, even straight black women are being marginalized now. Trans black women have been put over them.
Yeah.
And they did. And we tried to warn them of this. Those same people that you're uplifting is going to take your place.
If I can jump up for a second, Mo, according to ABC7.com, the California Assembly Bill 957, that's the bill, 957, it encourages gender identity, and it wants parents to affirm their child's gender identity, or they could, and this is just a bill, or they could be charged with some type of abuse. Assembly Bill 957.
And then they could come and take your children.
Yes. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Take your children if you don't affirm the goddamn identity. I'm sorry, you were saying, go ahead.
And we see these teachers on TikTok. We saw what they did with the gay flag and the American flag. You know what I'm saying? That's disgrace to the flag per code. You know what I'm saying? Per flag code.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think so.
But they're letting it know right up in. The only thing that has a flag is a nation. And they'll let you know they're a nation. And they even changed the gay flag to put the transgender part on the gay flag, because the gay flag was originally just a rainbow flag. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But the new flag has the triangle on it with the transgender. So all I'm just trying to say is everything you're spot on, everything that your whole analysis, all of this stuff is connected. That's why you can't let a heterosexual, upstanding, and what I mean by upstanding, I don't know him personally, mm-hmm. where he presents himself, he's always dressed the part, and that's why I always appreciate the Nation of Islam, because one thing they can do is clean up black men. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That appearance is important.
Right.
Appearance is very important. When you go to handle business, you need to look like you dress for business. And that's one, just as a quick aside, that's one thing that trolled me about the reparations hearings. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were coming there looking crazy.
Yeah.
And people are, Mo, you know what I'm saying? You didn't know. But when you're going for business, you let people know you're there for business. That's why when you look back in the 60s, we didn't have much, but those people were clean,
Right.
pressed, and
Presentable.
ready for business.
Presentable. Yeah.
Presentable.
Mm-hmm.
But now let me go back to the gay stuff again. They have this thing called respectability politics, where if you do anything decent, it's because you want to be white or you want to please white people. So what do you have to do? You have to be disrespectful. You know, you have to be a degenerate, and that's why we're racing to the bottom, and that's why they celebrated the Saucy Santanas, the no fucking no vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're pushing this heavy, and it's a huge problem. And with Rizza Islam, he's spot on. The number one epidemic for black people is not cop killings, it's not economics, it's our health. Look at our people. We are mentally and physically unhealthy.
Yeah, I agree.
And no amount of money can fix that.
I agree. Yeah.
The level
Hey,
of
Mo, did you see that? Not that you had
our
to.
blood pressure, everything
Not
is a
that you
problem.
had to, but did you see that Michael Moore documentary in 2007, Sicko? That was really good, but they didn't promote it that well, and I think they kind of shunned it. Did you see that Sicko about health insurance, double billing, and stuff like that?
I did not, and you're spot on when you said shun. We know Big Pharma shuts you down.
Yeah.
Project Veritas dude got rolled up out of there when he exposed that black dude going wild in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Talking about how they do with, you know, saying the vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
Big Pharma, they have their tentacles in all forms of advertising. They, you're saying, brought to you by this company, brought to you by this company. So when something like that comes out, they marginalize it, and that's when you know you're effective, when they want to silence you.
Yeah.
That's the number one tactic that, other than, you know, saying, you know, getting busy on you, but that's how they do. They'll push you to the margins, and that's what they try to do with Rizza. But the thing is, Rizza got the people ear, because what he's saying is true. And I'm gonna wrap up on this.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, it's funny how when white people go on TikTok and tell you to do all the things our grandparents and great-grandparents told us to do to heal our bodies, now it's good. We were crazy for doing it.
Good point.
My grandfather used to tell me all the time, if you got congestion in your lungs, onions, sugar, put it in the oven, you know what I'm saying, let the juice drain off the onions,
Right.
drink it. And it worked. And I give it to my children to this day. I give it to myself. But other people can go on TikTok and say it, now it's validated.
Yeah.
You know, so that just goes to show you that we know how to heal ourselves, but the number one thing is healing ourselves is what we put into our body, not only through our mouth, but through our eyes.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, Mo,
what-
before you go, one more question, you know, because I respect your opinion. Are you up to speed on Janelle Monáe exposing her breast at the Essence Festival?
Once again, degeneracy. I'm glad you brought that up. She used to be a suit, and she was like to wear those pantsuits,
Right.
and was very art first,
Right.
presenting. You're saying her, but you have to be degenerate now. Do we not see the EBT awards?
She pulled up.
Look at our people.
She pulled. Now I just see the picture. She pulled up this shirt and a saggy titty popped out. The fuck is going on with this broad now? She's clout chasing like everybody else. I thought she was against that.
Yes, because she had a whole rollout. I saw it on social media for her
Okay.
new album,
Okay.
and it had her in a wet T-shirt, basically. And the thing was, like, that her whole thing was, oh, respect my art, not my
Yeah,
body.
my body's
But
a temple.
Hollywood is showing you what is up.
My body's a temple. Don't try to avoid these people on the low vibrations. And here she is pulling out the titty. Good God Almighty. Go ahead.
That's where we're at, Star. Even and she's an accomplished actress.
Yeah.
She was in the big black space NASA movie. The name Hidden Figures. Excuse me, that's the name of the movie.
Huh.
I mean, she's not a run of the mill, a hot girl, a city girl, or whatever you want to call it. This is, but they're showing you we could take your best and make them degenerate.
Yeah. She's on the new cover of Rolling Stone, topless. Bless her heart. Little freak. Little fucking freak.
There you go.
Mo, good to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in.
Can I do one more thing?
Yes.
Can I do one more thing before I go?
Go ahead.
Because I got a lot of hate in the comments.
Come on.
Outkast is still number one and better than Wu-Tang.
Oh.
And if you're saying y'all want to sit me down, Star, you're saying put some money on Star respect, put on respect on his name. Sit me down if y'all want to sit me down.
Thank you, Mo.
All right, Star,
Yes, sir.
have a good one.
Salute. Yeah.
All right, bye.
Good man, Mo Fax. Yeah, Mo Fax called in, was it yesterday? Talking about Outkast over Wu-Tang Clan. Fuck is y'all talking about? Guys, on the screen, one of my sponsors, pushingforward.nyc. That is a great realtor. Reach out to him. Tell him I sent you. His name is Joshua B. Okay? If you're looking to not just buy an apartment to live in or a brownstone, if you have a small group of friends, family, investors, he can help you get buildings, prime real estate in Brooklyn, okay? Manhattan as well, but he specializes in Brooklyn. Joshua B. Tell him I sent you, okay? Lex Diamonds, I got your donation, sir. He says, salute fam, pardon self, but Wu-Tang is the best. I agree. The best group. I agree. Monique, I got what? Okay, Monique, I don't see anything. You sent me a blank email, something about UTFO. Okay, you mean the rap group? Yeah. Not top 50 though. I'm sorry. No. Kango was my guy. Kango was the first to the first Haitian rapper to openly promote being Haitian, you know, before Wyclef. Wyclef's a great guy, but thank you for your email, Monique, okay? Jerome, I got your donation. Are you on the line, sir? Where's Jerome? Area code 224. Jerome, good evening, sir. Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start? Jerome.
What's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. Saturday night, we're a little off the rails. Where do you want to go?
You know, at first I want to start with the hip-hop groups, if that's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The Def Squad. They should be in the top 10.
Okay.
Keith Murray, Redman, and Eric Sermon. No doubt about it. Wu-Tang is cool.
Well, hang on. How many albums did they put out as a group?
I think two. 2 albums.
Are you sure? Google. I got time. Google.
Yeah, I think 2 albums. The Def Squad.
Are you sure?
But you know, that was...
Are you sure?
That was short-lived. That was short-lived because Keith Murray went to jail.
But, sir, are you sure? Can you give us the names of those albums? You sent it a nice donation. I got time. Google Def Squad. How many albums and what were the hits? Because, you know, you see, there's confusion with regards to groups and or collectives. You know, there were people who were, you know, great artists on their own, and they got together and did group efforts. You know, but it didn't necessarily pop off. But we love those efforts. Def Squad, how many albums?
Okay.
How many albums?
That's fair. I understand that. That's that's just my favorite group. That's who I rock with on the East Coast.
Did you Google?
Did
you Google? I got time. Google Def Squad. How many albums?
Let's see here.
Give me a second, folks.
I'm doing it as we speak. I don't want to hold everybody up.
No. Take your time, sir. You spent money. Fuck these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas. You spent money.
I don't wanna come out like that. Let's see here. You know, I'm trying to be respectful.
No, I'm Googling too. Def Squad. Def Squad. Okay. Super group. I'm scrolling down. Discography. Okay. What do you see, sir? What do you see?
But while we're doing that, you know, because I don't want to keep the listeners waiting.
No, sir. Never mind these niggas. You spent money.
Okay. For sure. I haven't called in a while. You know,
El Nino. I'm looking at it. El Nino. 1 album. Yes. El Nino. 1998. Right.
That's correct.
Yeah, one album, sir. What the fuck are we supposed to do with niggas that put out one album? Are they supposed to be top 50? Great niggas. Eric Sermon is my nigga. We were DMing 2 months ago. But top 50? No. No.
Top 50, no?
No.
Okay.
No.
I can agree with that. Okay.
No.
Okay. That's fair.
No, sir, don't just go with what I'm saying. Stand firm. You said top 50.
Well, you know, if they only had one album, you know, and we're talking about the best of all time, right?
Yeah.
You know, I have to concede. It's no argument. I'm not here to argue.
Eric
Sermon
is my nigga, hitting switches, on and on, off and on, hitting switches, you know?
Well, and also you have to understand that Eric Sermon is also a producer, you know, and also he's a phenomenal MC. And then coming in with Red.
He's a great father, too.
Keith Murray.
He got about 14 kids. He's a great father.
And then on top of that, also
niggas start snitching.
He basically pioneered the actual East Coast movement to Atlanta, where he still is, and nobody never talks about that. But that's a whole different subject. But I got
made Wendy Williams catch the train home, the Long Island Railroad from Long Island, slutted her out allegedly. Catched it, driving you home in a Benz.
Get all into all of that. I don't know about all of that.
Well, sir, it's Saturday. But
he ain't the green.
No, sir, slow down. We talking Def Squad. Eric Sermon slutted out Wendy Williams. Put her on the LIRR. Wait, what's she gonna sue me? He said it.
Okay.
Put her on the fucking Iron Horse back to New York City. Fuck out of here. You gonna play these EPMD hits regardless. Ride the train. Nobody driving you home in a fucking Benz. Get out of here.
Well, that was the next thing that I was gonna go to, EPMD as well.
Come on.
You know.
Come on.
In my opinion, they're also top 5.
Let's go. Yeah. Top 10.
And then
top 10.
And then
EPMD.
8-Ball of MJG.
Well, hang on, sir. You brought up Def Squad EPMD. Top 10 EPMD, not top 5.
Not top 5?
I would say a strong debate for top 6 because you see the production was so crazy, the rhyme flow. I mean, you know, and they were one of your breakthrough radio groups. Breakthrough hip hop groups for radio, you know? Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, when we're talking about EPMD, we got to talk about cultural impact.
Well, I'll just say this and I want you to finish up. Did they pioneer something? You know, they are architects, but did they pioneer something? No. So that wouldn't put them in the top 5. And I say that with all due respect because Parrish, love Parrish, Eric, you know, me and Keith Murray have so much history. K Solo, you know, the whole fucking squad, man. But not top 5. Go ahead.
So, those dudes is real. Then we got 8-Ball and MJG, Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, they're on the list,
It's
sir.
no doubt about it.
Sir, they're on the list. Did you see that? They're on the list?
Top 5.
No, sir. You're on
top 5.
No, sir. You're high. But thank you for calling. Thank you. I gave you a lot of time. Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. Have a great evening.
Okay. I gave him time. He thought Def Squad had 2 albums. No. Guys, we're promoting Devious J tonight. Heavy on YouTube. Heavy. Devious J, are you out there, sir? Do you want to call in? I sent you my number, Devious J. You should be able to text. If so, if not, I'll keep it going. But thank you for your support as always. Let's do a couple more calls. Hold on a second. Let me check my phone. Okay. Or should I take a break and continue the show? Troll babies, what are we doing? I mean, I could, you know, touch up my wine and we could continue. What do you guys want to do? Keep it going with Rizza Islam. Case dismissed. Do we keep this going? Do we keep it going? Lex Diamonds, my nigga, do we keep it going? Code Red, do we keep it going? Hey, Lisa. Do we keep it going? Area code 845. Good evening. Goodbye. What the fuck was that? Sheesh. Area code 571. Good evening. Rizza Islam. Not guilty. Y'all got to feel me. Are you there?
What's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm alive. Niggas is dying. I'm alive. It's cracking.
Absolutely. Look, anytime like a black man can, survive any type of prosecution, you should always give him a shout out. I would just also caution him though, because he went on a little campaign talking shit, which is cool, but I don't know if they can retry him. Can they do that right now?
Sir, I don't think they want no parts of this. They dragged the man for 7 to 8 years, and within less than 5 minutes, the prosecution said, Los Angeles Superior Court, we are not prepared to move forward. The judge said, case dismissed. Fuck out of here. I think they would look stupid trying to retry him. Go ahead.
But in terms of the hip hop list, though, I do emphatically think that Tribe does belong top 5 because they do have two classic albums. I mean, classics are classics, and I do understand what you're saying about you're thinking that they don't deserve to be there. But if you look at the list overall, especially the top 20, arguably a lot of those spots could be interchangeable, especially Outkast at number 1. I don't personally have them at number 1. I think they're just a product of that Diamond album, which is their last album that they put out 20 years ago. So, but I think Tribe should be top 5 because of the people that they influence. So when you say, hey, what is their cultural relevance, you have to leave them there.
You said a mouthful. Let me go back respectfully.
All right.
Wu-Tang Clan is my choice for number 1 group. However, I wouldn't be mad if somebody said no.
Me too.
I wouldn't be mad if somebody said Outkast. Outkast put it on the map, man, for not just the South, but for Atlanta. I've always had a fondness for Atlanta. I'm sure you've heard me mention going back to the Jack the Rapper conventions and things of that nature when I used to come down here. I love Atlanta, and I always will. However, what did a Tribe Called Quest pioneer to be in the top 5? You have to be a pioneer, sir, to be in the top 5. De La Soul pioneered the Daisy Age. De La Soul and the Jungle Brothers came before Tribe Called Quest. That is the foundation, sir, of the native tongues. What did a Tribe Called Quest pioneer?
I would just say maybe they just extended that sound, especially during that time of rap. Because I'm 41, so I really I remember at that time Death Row was hitting at the time, so it was just an alternative to everything that was out at the time.
And I'm not mad at you for saying that, but that was the De La Soul wave, and then they came back and solidified this shit in 1996 with Stakes Is High. Do you remember the video, sir, with Q-Tip in the beginning? He pushed the button on the goddamn boombox. Come on, man, they came from the De La Soul tree.
Yeah. But you could say that about a lot of the groups that's on this list. But I will say that the thing that is a little disheartening is a lot of these groups that's on the list, due to internal beef, some of these groups ended prematurely, such as the Outkast. Their run stopped too early. Tribe stopped too early because of Phife and Q-Tip going back and forth, and the list goes on. So, I would hope to see that moving forward, if another group comes out and they make a cultural impact, classics are important. You can have a lot of style, you can come with a lot of hits and whatnot, but you gotta have a classic album, so that's what I want to see. I want to see what group moving forward can put out classic albums that are memorable, that are timeless.
I hear you, and I appreciate your perspective, but it's not just about a classic album. You said, I heard you say they influenced people. Who outside of De La Soul and the Jungle Brothers, who did A Tribe Called Quest influence? I mean, we're not talking about some monumental song that spoke about shifting the culture. Or, you know, Public Enemy should be in front of A Tribe Called Quest. If you really want to know, Public Enemy spoke about the crack epidemic.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. They spoke about the crack epidemic. Public Enemy on tour. I saw Public Enemy on tour in Oakland, California. Salute to my homie Davey D and Brian Sampson. We drove and I saw Chuck D. They hung. He held up the 40 ounce on stage. They hung the fucking KKK with the goddamn rope. What did Tribe Called Quest do on stage? Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. I left my wallet in El Segundo. What the fuck did Tribe Called Quest pioneer? I'm waiting.
I'm just saying that they just help extend, something like the sound, which is Kanye, what I'm saying, bridged off of that.
Not good enough, sir. Sir. That's not good enough to be number 4 in the top 5 fucking list. I'll give it a last word, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, again, I do appreciate Rizza getting off.
Thank you, man.
It's always dope. I like him, so appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, sir. Salute. Yeah. I'm just going to say this final thing about the Billboard Top 50 Best Rap Groups. You don't have to know every detail about Run DMC, but Run DMC should be number 3. The list should be Wu-Tang Clan number 1. I'll go with Outkast number 2. I'll go with that. Number 3 should be Run DMC. Number 4 should be Public Enemy. Number 5 should be De La Soul. Okay? De La Soul. Out of the suburbs of Long Island. Not the projects in the hood, you know what I mean? Run DMC was so fucking powerful because they were young men on some b-boy stance, gangster vibrato type vibe. They were the exact opposite of Grandmaster Flash, it's my homie, and the Furious Five. They were jumping around in spandex and fucking boots, the feathers. They were on that Parliament Funkadelic shit. Run DMC came out, Rockbox, Sucker MCs, just MTV had no choice but to play Run DMC music. They didn't want to at first. I worked at MTV in the mailroom, I'll just say that, in early, mid-'80s, pardon me. And the first black video that MTV played, it wasn't Prince, it was Sylvester. You make me feel mighty real. They came with that type of vibe first. They didn't want to play Michael Jackson, Beat It. Walter Yetnikoff had to call over to MTV and threaten to take all of the CBS music off of MTV if they didn't play Michael Jackson. Anybody know this? At the time, you had Billy Joel on CBS, George Michael, and a host of others. Bruce Springsteen. Walter Yetnikoff came on the Star and Buck Wild show and confirmed what I've just said. And Walter Yetnikoff and his son, Danny Yetnikoff, and I were great friends. We worked in the MTV mailroom together. I'm just giving you some context about Run DMC. Low Prestige, I got your donation. Where's Gangstar, Goody Mob, the Dog Pound? Okay, did you see the list, Low Prestige? The list, just Google the list. Google the list, please. Area code 631. Good evening, 631. Are you there? Late night show. We're doing a lot. 631.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going, sir. How are you?
This is Devious J. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. Did you get my email?
I didn't check it yet, but I'm gonna check it when I get off the phone.
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking? What do you want to start? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I wanted to talk about the top 5 list. I gotta agree with your list that you put together. I gotta say it's pretty on point.
Let's go, please.
Yeah. With De La Soul, Wu-Tang,
Public Enemy,
Tribe Called Quest. I don't think Meat should be on that list either because I mean they were good. They had some good songs and stuff. But like you said, they didn't really. I mean, they just kind of like piggybacked, I think, off of like De La Soul, and at the time, that was like the next group to come out.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about your platform, or do you want to focus on something else? Devious J, and let me get your information on the screen for those who need to check out your channel. Okay, Devious J on YouTube. Anything else you want to mention about your new video or what it is that you do? Or matter of fact, have you ever put together a top 5 list of the best boom bap artists? Because that's your specialty, yes?
Yes. Yeah, I would put it together. I don't have it like off the top of my head, but I'll have to think about it. But there's a lot of like great underground artists out there, that don't really get the recognition.
Mm-hmm. What is who are some of your favorites? If you don't have a top 5 best boom bap, maybe you can put one together in a week or so, and we can drive that traffic to your page. Not in any particular order. Who are some of your favorite boom bap artists, or real hip hop, shall we say, please?
Yeah, well, the people that I make videos for, like Ill Bill, they used to have a group back in the days called Nonfiction, like all that stuff. Jedi Mind Tricks with Vinny Paz. A lot of underground stuff that came like in the early 2000s.
Okay.
A lot of stuff like that. Like people really don't give them the recognition, but if you go back and listen to their catalog, they got a lot of good art albums and collaborations. So, like Lord Goat used to be called Gore-Tex. He was part of Nonfiction. So there's a whole stream of artists that came out at that time. Yeah, so I would, think about it and put it together. But definitely, there's a lot of them.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The next video I'm going to be working on, I think, is a Chubbs video I'm going to start working on.
Okay.
And it should be done in about a week or two.
Okay.
And I welcome anybody who wants to check out my videos. Just go to Devious J on YouTube or on Instagram.
Yeah. Anything else by way of the top 50 best rap groups that you personally, in terms of New York, let's say underground, anybody that you would have liked to have seen on that list? Underground.
I like Brand Nubian back in the days.
They're on the list. They're on there. Brand Nubian.
Even Gravediggers. I don't know if that was like a shoot off for Wu-Tang with Rizza and a couple other people.
What about the Beatnuts?
Really good.
What about the Beatnuts?
The Beatnuts are really great. I got to say they're a really good group, and they used to be down with Nonfiction too back in the day. So I think that's all like the.
I like the
tri-state.
I like the Beatnuts personally, but I'm not sure if they belong on the top 50 unless you say otherwise. You're a much more knowledgeable man in terms of that style, that genre. Top 50, the Beatnuts, yes, no?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
And, Capone Noriega, their first album that came out was really good. But, that's my opinion.
Yeah. I mentioned that yesterday. I guess a lot of people didn't feel me on that. It was just like, wow, nobody seemed to notice Capone and Noriega weren't on the list. But anyway. Hey man, good to hear from you. Anything else you want to mention, or do you just want to keep me posted so we can get you back in that community section? Or
well, yeah, like in about a week or two, I'll be dropping my next video. My latest one was from Chino XL.
Okay.
Featuring Vinny Paz. That's in your community section. And I just want to thank you very much for giving me a promotion and let me go on your platform. I appreciate it.
Hang on one second. I got an old homie out there. He's a pioneer. People don't acknowledge him as much as they should be. Thurston Howell the Third. Thurston Howell the Third. Low Lifes. Low Lifes.
No, I don't think I know him.
I'll send you some links. Or when you get time, Google Thurston Howell the Third, a fucking pioneer out of Brooklyn. Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot, not just boom bap, but his team, his squad, his influence, especially in the world of boom bap. I mean, an architect. I mean, a lot of people just associate the Low Lifes with boosting and shoplifting, but they put out some great fucking music over the years. All right.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, EPMD too, like you said. I gotta give a shout to EPMD because they're
on the
another
list.
pioneers, and without them, they wouldn't be Redman and other groups. So
they're on the list. They're there.
Yep.
Good to talk to you, man.
Okay, thank you, Star. Have a good show.
All right, check your email. You got my direct number if you need me, man. Salute.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right.
Devious J. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Saturday night. Blade, I got your donation. Hold on a second. Star, you're going to Auschwitz? You didn't hear me say that, Blade, last year. That's going to be one of hopefully my next road trip. But if the war is not over in Ukraine, I'm going to have to postpone. But yeah, I'm going to Auschwitz. Yeah. I really want to go. King Walker, I got your donations. So he says Method Man and Red Man. Yeah. That's a good argument that they should be on the list. That's a very, very good argument. I don't know what to say. I've known both of those guys a lot of years. I think there's a place for them somewhere on the top 50 best rap groups. But I think that because Method Man is a part of Wu-Tang Clan, that overshadows what he and Redman have done, over the years, the decades. But and they have such great chemistry together when they talk and interact. They came on the Beat Suite that was hosted by Star and Buck Wild. What was that? I think 1999. And we had a great time. We were shooting dice, and shit like that. Great guys, but thank you for your donation, King Walker, okay? Ben, I got your donation. The old school memories, laughs. Hang on a second, sir. Now, are you high? I'm reading what you wrote. The old school memories / laughs. Can you go back and look at what you sent, sir? I struggle with ebonics. What the fuck are you trying to say, man? Let's go to area code 404, Saturday night, late night show. Good evening. 404. Good evening.
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening.
I'm good. I want to talk about the Rizza Islam thing, and I want to touch on the top 50 list.
Okay. Go ahead. Yes,
let me do the top 50 list first, because Rizza Islam is really impactful. Y'all spoke about a lot of solid things, you and the other brother, about Rizza Islam. So I want to go through the
correct pronunciation is Rizza. He says out of his own mouth, Rizza. Go ahead. Rizza Islam.
Yes.
Go Go ahead.
I want to the top 50 list. I think Outkast definitely don't need to be in number one. In my opinion, Andre 3000 is one of the most overrated rappers in the history of rap. Like, he's just overrated altogether. Outkast is a great group, but it's just too much to put them in number one. There's a lot of people that could go in front of them. I don't even think they're in the top 5, to be honest with you.
Okay.
That's what I think that's a group like Black Moon should have been on the list. I don't know where they fit, but I think they should have been on there somewhere.
I agree.
Some of the people they was just pulling people out the hat. City Girls, come on, man, are you kidding me? They could have put Finesse and Sequisite in that spot. You know, for that matter. But on to the Rizza Islam thing, I think that when you I was great. Number one, I'd like to congratulate him on his acquittal. Well, his being not found guilty.
Yeah.
And when you have brothers like that, powerful brothers like that, we as colored people have to start paying attention to when they start attacking these people. Now, I'm not co-signing Brother Polite because I seen you a couple of weeks ago talking about him too, but sometimes we got to be raising our eyebrows. We as black people in particular, we are quick to throw our own people into the flame. Like, we forgetting who done had a stranglehold on our necks for so long. A lot of the information that's getting fed to us is right by the slave masters. We have to start looking at things with an eye of skepticism very, very seriously. Just like
that's called the third eye, sir. The third eye. Third eye.
Yes. I just want to use just regular plain language. I don't want to start confusing people. But the third eye. We have to start exercising our third eye more, and especially in this information age. It's crazy to me how ignorant the thought process of black people are with this age of information. Like, when you can really go look and research and look up things and really understand for yourself what's being told to you and what's being said to you. Like, y'all made a great point about it, about to start trying to take people kids with that new law in Cali. People are not even recognizing that. They just running along, just running amok out here.
If I can jump in just for a second, sir. Don't be too hard on black people, because you have a lot of ignorant, stupid white people as well. You know?
Yeah, but see,
hang on. Now, white folks did get a head start in this country, so they have an advantage. That's a fact. But if you were to walk on the street, and I've seen this with a microphone, and you ask the average white person, what year did 9/11 happen? They'd get it wrong. They'd get it wrong. The average white person. Don't give them too much credit, and don't down black people. You know, there's a lot of disadvantages against black people because they haven't had the resources to educate their offspring and for generational wealth and other things. You know, so just don't just, you know, take a hard shot without taking a hard shot at Ofe as well. Go ahead.
No, I respect what you're saying. That's why I said in this age of information, like now the information is available to us, and you don't have to go so far into reading a bunch of books. Like you got Google at your fingertips. So if you want to go into something specific, you can go right to it. So that's why I said in this age of information. But yes, brother Rizza, he definitely was promoting health, and once you start promoting health, they hate that word cure.
Yeah,
because it cuts off. It cuts off the pharmaceutical companies. It cuts off them pushing their drugs.
Right.
And it just unbalances the finances, because one thing about us black people, if we do know something works and it's not going to cost a bunch of money, we're going with it. So when he's giving these alternatives, like, nah, don't be running over here to this pharmacy. Don't be getting on this drug over here. This drug is doing this to you. Nah, just take this proper health. Just start living like this. It becomes an issue, because now he's saying cure without saying the word cure. And that's a big, big issue for them. So they want to definitely target people like him and other people that spreading other information too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Brother Polite gives out a lot of good information. I don't know what's going on with his.
I think they killed Dr. Seti, sir.
Yes, I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that because he showed the proof. He wasn't just talking, and he was showing the proof too. He was actually curing people. It's one thing to be talking without the proof. He was actually curing people, and once people see that, they're like, oh, hold on, let me start listening to this guy more. And once they tune in, when they start tuning in, the pharmaceutical companies like, oh, we got to get rid of this guy. Yeah. We got to get rid of him. So that's the one thing I would say that Brother Rizza needs to be careful of, the pharmaceutical companies sending out assassins to try to kill him. Not that he out here gloating in the fact that he won the victory. He should be doing that to let people know, look, don't be going in these courtrooms with your head down. Hold your head up high. If you know you ain't do nothing wrong, go right in there like, hey, what we doing? Let's pick them.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay.
You know,
thank you for
I appreciate you, Star.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you for taking my call. Okay. Have a great night. I stay tuned in. And also, how do I get in your chat? I can't see the chat.
Say again, sir.
I can't see the chat. Like I'm logged in to Blog Talk Radio and everything, but I can't see the chat. I don't know where it's located.
Sir, there's a thing called YouTube, and you have to go to YouTube.
You're on the. Oh, okay. My bad.
Sir.
I'm logged into the wrong place. All right, my bad. I apologize.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you again, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get him out of here. Hold on a second now. Hold on. That threw me for a loop. Hold on a second. Now, if you can't find the live chat, that means you've never sent it a donation, but you want to call and talk a hole in my fucking head. Anybody got any information you want to send me on? Hang on a second. Hold on a second. I'm doing too much. Everybody, hold on. Let me slow down. Oh, that's too loud. Might be a copyright violation. Area code 586. Good evening. Area code 586. Good evening. 586. Good evening.
Islam alaikum.
Yes, sir. How are you? Wa alaikum assalam.
Yeah, Star, you know the black man is the original man, right? I'm just saying, like...
So are you joining the conversation? Are you joining the... You got an echo in the background. Can you make the adjustments, please?
No, I don't have nothing in the background, Star. Nothing in the background.
So you're the only caller on the line. I'm going to put you on hold till you figure it out, okay? Turn down the laptop. Turn down the BET. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold. Dr. Sabi. That's what I meant to say to that man. I was thinking of General Sarasutin Seti. Dr. Sabi. Did you figure it out yet, sir? You ready now? No, you haven't. Okay. You call back when you figure out how to stop the echo, okay?
Hold on, man. Hold on. Don't hang up.
Well, figure it out, goddamn. I'm sipping and you fucking up my flow.
I'm on. It's no echo in the background.
Fix your motherfucking phone, man. Calling here asking me questions about the black man. Let's get you up out of here. I'm in a great place, Figure out your goddamn phone system. Calling here fucking up my show. Hold on a second. Guys, there's my information to advertise on the show. We send you a media deck so that you can see what's going on with the analytics. Drew Who got your donation. 3 movies, 7 albums. Fat Boys should be there. No, sir, I disagree. The Fat Boys should not be in the top 50, nor should those trash-ass fucking Beastie Boys. Fuck out of here. The Beastie Boys were garbage. Area code 484, good evening. Late night show, 484. Are you there?
Yes, you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you? Peace to the family. Peace to the family. Ashe, Hotep, free the land. Where do you want to start, sir? Rizza Islam. Case dismissed.
Yeah, I'll start with Rizza Islam. I think he's absolutely the standard of today.
Sir, can you get off of that Puerto Rican headset and come to the phone, please, so we can hear you? We want to hear you, sir.
Hold on one second.
You know, give him a second. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello?
There you go. Peace to the family, sir. How are you? Right. Peace.
Yes, sir. I think that Rizza is definitely a standard of today because we have a lot of black leaders that come out and give all these suggestions and they don't really have any substance behind it. I think Rizza is definitely a guy that backs up his information. I never really felt comfortable.
Troll Babies, does his phone sound crazy or is it me?
I'm off of Bluetooth.
Can you fix the string on your can? It sounds crazy, man. Come on. I'm doing an extended show here. Where are you calling from? Why does it sound like that, man?
I'm calling out of Philadelphia.
Philly. Okay, I want to talk to you. Fix that phone. Come on, man. Listen, are you up to speed? I got like 3 nephews in Philly, and they don't want the young people wearing the mask anymore, right? Down there in the train stations, the buses, and all sorts of shit. You guys wear the mask, you're gonna get arrested, right?
Yes, they're it's actually a fine, but I think you get a citation if you're caught with one. Public, because I live downtown towards the 16th around 16th and Market. So
okay. Can you fix?
A lot of
sir, can you fix your phone? Fix your phone, please. Fix your phone.
This is all I have. I could try a speakerphone. Give me a second.
Okay, give me a second, folks.
Is this better, Star?
Well, I'm gonna try and finish up with you. So tell me what's going on in Philly with the mask, because I got 3 nephews and they're out there in them streets, fucking knuckleheads. And when I saw the story about the mask, the police don't want you wearing the mask out there. I called my nephew and I said, "Hey, what are you doing out there?" He starts laughing. You get a fine and a citation? What's going on?
Yeah, so if you're caught with a mask on in a public area, you're going to be citation, and if you don't show up to the citation, you can actually go to jail. Yeah. But a lot of kids have continued to wear it after the pandemic, and a lot of robberies. It's been a lot of robberies. So I think it's been enough time, since the pandemic is going down, they're not comfortable with the kids just walking around with masks because they can't identify who's wearing it as a style and who's actually been a criminal. So I think that's the kid force. But I think it needs to be done something because it was a kid that actually wore one to a prom. I seen a video online. I don't know if that went viral.
Say that again, sir.
Are you familiar? It was a kid that wore those masks to a prom. I seen a video online. It was a kid that actually wore a mask to a prom.
Okay.
It was bedazzled or something like that.
All right. Sir, your phone sounds really muffled. Maybe it's me. It might be me. I'm doing too much. But I thank you for being patient. If you get a different phone, can you call back?
All righty, you got it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I was patient. I was very patient. Islam.